So thanks. Yeah, so just last week when we're talking about topics, I thought since people are working remotely, some of us are small businesses, just a couple people, some have a lot more people, and sometimes collaboration can be a little kludgy. So I just thought that perhaps if we shared some of the things that people use, that could be a good little thing. So one of the sites or tools that I use to help with collaboration and project work specifically for one employee of mine is a site called Teamwork. I'll put that in here, share the link. It's just teamwork.com single. Maybe I need to, there we go. So now it's linkable. And they have, just like a lot of services online, there's a free version and then there's a premium version, depending on how much of the features you need. The thing that I like about it is you can have multiple projects, multiple tasks lists, and you can see kind of what's going on and how things are going. So actually, you know what, how much time do I have, Dennis?
You have the normal 10 minutes or so, plus or minus.
Okay.
Big fan, works.
Yeah. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. So I'll actually log in and kind of show you give a quick demo, show you that I really am using it. So we're kind of just getting started with some things, but it gives you a whole dashboard of how things are coming, things that are coming up. Looks like we have a lot of things late. In reality, it's not, because things have shifted, clients are on hold, and things. So it's just, it's the way it is. But the real thing that I like about it is it gives us a calendar view. So when I'm delegating and handing out work to folks, we can actually see the number of different things. Mousing over it, you can see we've got a whole list of different things that are due today. I think this happens to be some backup work. So you get a nice holistic view for the month. And then if you actually go in and say we click on one of these, actually I'll show from the task list. These are various projects and sites that we're working on. And the way that we've kind of listed them out, again, is by site, but we do have certain things like, for example, website backup and maintenance. So you can see we've got a whole bunch of sites that we do maintenance on a regular basis, and the dates that they're scheduled to do, as well as we can have recurring tasks. That's what the little semicircle thing is, show that it happens every month or every week or every day, depending on what the particular site is. Down the left side, we can have certain different projects. So for example, this is a new client, new site that we're working on, doing some things. And they're actually basically sort of on hold at the moment. You can see they were scheduled to go and do things around the 10th of April, right kind of as things started to percolate up. So that's why everything is sort of the way it is. So for example, if I wanted to say, you know what, we're back on track, I can simply click on the date and say, we're now moving them up to where we in July 10th. So click on that. And notice there's dependencies. So once a site starts to get built, all of these things were dependent on that specific particular task, and it adjusted those. So it's just a nice way of, delegating each person. So for example, these are my tasks, these are John's tasks. When he gets them or it comes up for him to do, he can just, if I say the site, we're going to start this, set this up, then certain dependencies on that now become open, so he can go in and he'll get notification that he has to do his tasks. So in a nutshell, that's kind of the way that Teamwork works. So Any questions about anything?
Could this
I know
be
it's,
could this be a CRM?
um, so not really, Jim, because to me, when we talk about a CRM, it's more about having the client's information in there. So I could put in notes about the client, and I could put in. So let me just go back, share the screen again. You know, I can add it as a note, and so let's say I'll pick this one up here. So I can have an edit the, call it the list. So here's the list name. I just have the website here, but I could put, you know, contact and put her name. I can put her phone number, you know, and list this out just as kind of a document. But it's not really good for putting things like uh, conversations we have or notes for the project or that kind of thing. Um, you know, I've never thought of it that way.
It does integrate seamlessly into HubSpot and some other CRM packages. So I've
Yeah,
worked in the past. It really is a project management tool. It integrates right into your Gmail, and it integrates right into, so there's a plugin where when you're in those other platforms, you just launch the projects and they talk back and forth. So it's a
yeah,
good tool for that.
yeah. That's probably a better thing to do is to have it as a separate standalone thing. It's also has Zapier integration too, which means if you can integrate it with Zapier, you can integrate it with almost anything as well. But as Dennis said, there are certain direct integrations, which makes it nice.